So what tablet is for me? We're not going to talk about specific products, although we may mention some as examples. They certainly aren't endorsements of those products, but we're going to talk about some of those primary decisions that you can make when it comes to buying a tablet for you or your loved one. The first thing that we're going to talk about here is portability. So how much portability do you need in your life? So when I say portability, that means data at your fingertips. When do you really need that tablet and the use that that tablet provides for you? And so the common sizes are 5 to 7 inch, right? That's typically your pocket size. You can get a big phone, some of the big phones that are made out there, as well as small tablet devices. These are really very small devices. The next group, and we're going to talk about some more decisions related to these, but the next group is 8 inches. This is kind of the in-between size. This is a good size, both the 5, anywhere between 5 and 8 inches. You can fit it in the breast pocket, of a suit, for example. So that may be helpful. It also fit relatively easy in your back pocket, of course, depending upon how big your pockets are. And then 10 to 12 inch. So really we have these 3 classifications of tablets between 5 and 7 inch, 8 inch, and 10 to 12 inch. And this 8 inch is kind of an in-between size. Good for reading perhaps and lightweight work, where a 10 to 12 inch is really for productivity, and a 5 to 7 inch is I need to have the information available to me, but I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of work per se on it. I may play some games on it or use it as a reference to kind of reference information. And so these are kind of the 3 size groups. And then when you talk about portability, what type of services do you need within this tablet? Can you use services that are offline versus online? And we're going to talk about that in another section here called applications. So don't be confused by the many tablets that say, well, we offer cell phone services with our tablet. It's okay if you don't buy those. You can use Wi-Fi to connect and turn your telephone into a hotspot and use it literally for multiple tablets within your family. So portability, offline versus online, we need to consider. The next thing is, does it play well with others? So let's look at really the function that you're going to use this for. Is this tablet going to augment other devices? For example, are you going to replace your laptop, or is a tablet going to be an extension of your laptop? Are you going to maybe replace your desktop at home and use a laptop and a tablet? So dependent upon the other type of technology that you have in your technology quiver, you'll be able to decide how you want to go there. Keyboard. So does it play well with a keyboard? So does the technology and tablet that you're getting require a keyboard? If you're going to get the 5 to 7 inch or even the 8 inch, often you're not going to find those with keyboards. Sometimes you can. But does it work with a keyboard? And do you have the need for a keyboard? So take a look at what you're doing, and do you really need the keyboard? If you're going to use, for example, the 10 to 12 inch tablet, can you type on the screen? So can you use that as a a keyboard on the screen? So you'll have to figure that out. And then the other section with play well with others is sharing. So how do you want to use this technology to enable your life? For example, are you going to have a monitor, keyboard, and mouse set up somewhere that you plug your tablet into and then use the big screen, big monitor, and mouse when you're at home, unplug it, and go about your business with the tablet? For example, you may be a student doing something like that. That works. Just make sure that the tablet that you purchase will support VGA drivers and be able to support a big monitor, keyboard, and mouse. And there are some out there that can do that. So the next section is the purpose. So what is the purpose of your tablet? So be clear about what it is that you want to do with your tablet. Are you going to read, for example? Now, one thing with the reading that you need to remember about a tablet is there's been a real merge in the market between read-only devices, for example, the Kindle, to read as well as Android type of functionality or application type of functionality. So you have to decide what it is that you're going to use this for. Reading, if you're going to use it for reading, you'll want to get a technology that allows the screen to be conducive with your eyes. That's where the Kindles came in real nice. Are you going to be using this device for work? Now, why is that important? Well, you need to look at your work and see what type of files your work uses. If your work uses primarily Microsoft Office files, well, you're going to want to get a tablet that doesn't require you to convert a Microsoft document into another format and then convert it back. It never works right. So, for example, if you're using Microsoft Office products at work, certainly no endorsement of Microsoft here, but you might want to consider getting a Microsoft tablet because it works very well with their native applications. So what is it that you're going to use it for? Remember, we're talking about purpose here and work. Perhaps some of you have church or other types of activities that you're going to use a tablet for. For example, you may want to read your scriptures or a lesson manual. Maybe you're an instructor at a volunteer area that you do activity in, or your church, or something of that nature. How do you use it for those functions? One thing I would suggest here, if it's going to be church or activity or kind of a personal use, you need to ask yourself, what do I need? We talked about this before, but what do I need for online and what do I need for offline? So you'll want to make sure that whatever your tablet is capable of supporting your applications and purpose that you're going to use it for in an offline state, because there will be times you will be offline. All right, the next section we're going to talk about is the application. So what tablet is for you? It's going to be dependent on the type of applications, and again, this is similar to purpose that you're going to use. One thing is horsepower. So tablets have limited horsepower. So you want to make sure, and this is your processing power, but quite frankly, most of the applications that are built for tablets are optimized for tablets. So you'll want to make sure that your apps can run on there. Screen size. It is very difficult, although doable, it is very difficult to manage a large spreadsheet on a 5-inch screen, or to do a lot of work with a PowerPoint presentation, for example, on a 5-inch screen. So you'll want to see what purpose you're trying to do with the tablet. Again, what are you going to use it for? What's the functionality it's going to bring you? And judge your screen size accordingly. Now remember, you may not do Excel spreadsheets every day. So maybe a 5 or 7 inch or an 8 inch will do just fine. But if you're going to be doing a lot of that type of work, you'll want to make sure you have the right horsepower and the screen size to support it. And does the application you're using require a mouse? So, for example, I can't do a lot of heavy drawing. I'm not going to take my tablet and do Visio drawings or architect a house. Those are things that I'm not going to do because I'm going to need a mouse in order to do that. Now, can you hook up a Bluetooth a mouse to a tablet? Absolutely, you can. So there are functions. You just need to be aware of what those functions are and how you want to use them with your new device. So just in summary real quick, portability. So these are functional requirements. Ask yourself the question about portability. Consider the things we've said here. Does it play well with others? Does that tablet play well with others? Are you going to augment other devices? Do you need a keyboard? And are you going to be sharing information between maybe a television or between other devices like a monitor, a keyboard, and mouse on your desktop? And then applications. So we need to look at what type of applications we're going to run and what makes sense as far as a screen size. Do you need to use a mouse? Ask yourself those questions. And then clearly define for yourself the purpose of this tablet. Are you going to be reading, using it for work? If for work, you need to get a tablet that's conducive to the type of applications you use at work. And then are you going to use it for church or other extracurricular type of activities? that you will need your tablet for. Just make sure whatever those applications are, that they're conducive with the type of tablet that you want to purchase. Remember, tablets come in 3 primary operating systems, and we're going to talk a little bit in another video about the differences and benefits between the Windows operating system, the Apple iOS, and the Android. Have a great day.